and peace and equality.
Well, when I was in DeKalb County as an assistant DA, I was always involved with youth programs. And the reason for that is because I know that's what helped me. When I was a young man growing up in Southwest Atlanta, we constantly had people coming in for career days, to be guest speakers, sharing their stories with us, particularly people who shared our experience or had a similar experience. And that helped me a lot in terms of staying motivated, being inspired, creating higher aspirations for myself. I just know what that did for me in terms of trying to better my situation and strengthen myself. So I always want to do that and give back in the same way. So when I was an assistant DA in DeKalb County, I was always in schools and serving in career days and taking on interns in my office. And I just felt like if I became the actual elected DA where I lived, because I always lived in Henry County, even when I worked those 13 years in DeKalb.
In DeKalb County.
I said, I want to do more of this.
Right.
And I felt like that in order to do more of it, I wanted to possibly be the DA, have my name on the door where I can affect policy as well as do the work of the DA. And so that was where that originated. And so instead of just going into a school and doing a one and done, like speak for one day for 1 hour, my vision was to create an entire program where we can be a fixture in the schools, where the kids actually get to know us over time. And that's how we came up with the 12-week Power Moves program.
So it's the 12 weeks Power Moves program. What does that look like for, because everybody's not in the classroom. What does that look like? Let's start with the basics. The first 4 weeks. What does that look like when you're implementing that?
I'll talk about the program as a whole, right? So let's first start by what it's not. It's not a scared straight program. We're not coming in to freak the kids out or anything like that. It's actually a leadership program. And so we are trying to build young people to be strong leaders. So the whole program is designed around making good choices and strategic decision making. So we have a curriculum that spans a number of different topics. And some of those topics include determining your purpose, how to attain your goals, stress management, conflict resolution, police and citizen encounters and how you handle those, stress management. And we bring in a number of different people to talk about those different topics. From community partners, we use members of the law enforcement community. Obviously, people on our staff come in and talk about it, but we also bring in professionals in the community to talk about the various topics.
Awesome. You in that, and I know in partnering with you, you have a thing called the roadmap to success.
Correct.
The roadmap, which is very critical.
Absolutely.
Where kids are making choices. I myself partnered with you on that. And a lot of times, a lot of people will say, well, a lot of these kids aren't selling drugs or in the streets. They're on the internet being gangsters or being, internet gangsters or whatever you want to call it. However, the same issue is still at hand. And that's making the right choice on the roadmap to success.
Absolutely.
Why was that important and a value to you in implementing that in that program?
Because a lot of people don't understand, and certainly young people don't understand, that the way you get to success, whatever that means to you, is basically a series of decisions that you have to make. And a lot of young people don't understand that they have a lot of power in those decisions, from the large decisions to even the small decisions that they make even as youth, teenagers, middle schoolers. And so we try and explain to them and make sure that they understand that they have so much power and they can't relinquish that power to others, that they have to take control of their own lives and decide how they want to live their life, what they want their lives to look like.
Right. And in that, middle school is the most critical age. It's like that transitional.
The adolescent stage is real. I got 2 kids of my own, and these are challenges we all have. It doesn't matter what your socioeconomic background is, because that's a misnomer too. Like, a lot of people think that it's only people from lower socioeconomic levels who are at risk. And I understand this because I was labeled at risk growing up in the inner city. And everybody talked about that. That was the thing in the 90s, at risk youth, this, that, and the other. But the reality is all of our kids are at risk of something because there's so many distractions. There's so many avenues of media and bad influences on them, whether it's television, music, predators.
Right.
And we have a collective responsibility to protect our kids from all of those things and give them the tools to understand and know how to avoid bad situations.
I mean, that's real.
And equality. Now the world they will see. That's why